For being a couple of minutes late. It was iPhone order day and had to order the new phone. So sorry about that. Had to get in the queue though correctly. All right, at any rate, it is Friday morning. It is September the 9th, and boy, we don't have a tornado warning today to track. We get to relax and enjoy a normal edition of Coffee Talk. I hope you're having a great start to your day on a Friday morning. There is, though, plenty to track. The top two things we're monitoring, still the stormy pattern. We're not only going to talk about today's rain chances, but we're going to look ahead to the weekend. Shower and thunderstorm coverage is with us. Then it is Friday night hits, which means not only high school football, but UCF playing and Louisville coming to town. Last year's game was probably my least favorite of the season, not because of the matchup, but because of the overall results, the injuries, and the final score. So hopefully today goes a very different direction. We're going to talk about the weather forecast for it, though, coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But before we go in too deep, let's just take a look and see what's doing on our Tower Cam network. There's a shot downtown Orlando, blue skies overhead. It is a lovely start to our Friday. I hope you're ready for a great weekend. Temperature-wise, we are sitting in the lower 70s. There is just like this much of a hint of fall air. There is a hint of fall air in place. So let's enjoy it, right? 73 in Orlando right now. It is 71 degrees in the Villages, 72 degrees in Palm Coast, and 70 in Palm Bay. It's a hint, but I'll take it, right? First warning, live Doppler radar. Still tracking some rains along the Gulf Coast. Let's zoom in there just a little bit. Thankfully, nothing like yesterday. We're not tracking any tornado-warned cells, not tracking any real nasty stuff. There is the rain, though, across the Nature Coast, and certainly if you live out west, Lake, Sumter, Marion counties, you see it. I'm not really seeing much in the way of lightning there, which is fine, but nevertheless, it's there. And through the course of the forecast today, we will watch that kind of morning shower chance develop into afternoon thunderstorms. It's going to be another soaker of an afternoon. Now, certainly, I'm wearing the UCF shirt. Tailgating, football game. There's many Friday night football games, and certainly there is concern there. Hopefully we'll keep a window, though, of opportunity, right? 1 p.m., 40% coverage of storms. 3 p.m., 60% coverage of storms. We've known the last couple of days today was probably going to be among the wetter of the afternoons in this little wet pattern, right? So we knew that there was going to be plenty of showers and storms, and that's very much playing out today. So keep that in mind. But looking at 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we'll start to watch those rain chances come down just a little bit, and that is good, certainly when it comes to the UCF forecast. I'm hoping that the thousands of our friends that are going to be out at the game can enjoy some nice weather. So let's talk temperatures real quick, and then we'll get over and take a look at the rain coverage. Average high has dropped to 90 degrees. The peak heat is 92. We have now come down to 90. I know it's not much, but when it comes to summertime heat, it's an emotional victory, and I'm an emotional guy, so we'll take it. 91 degrees in Orlando, 86 our high temperature in Ocala. Now, it's because of the clouds and the rain, right? So here's a look at Futurecast, and let's just time this all out. You can see the rain starting out west, right? Lunchtime, I-75, 275, I-4 kind of right over there in Hillsborough County, watching all of those showers and storms marching over. Here's a look at 2 p.m., and you can see Sumter County, Lake County, Marion, Polk County getting those storms. The Orlando Metro, let's get her done and over with, right, by 4 o'clock, because by about 5, 6, 7 o'clock, it's all out west, and hopefully, we'll look good for Friday night football. Now, there will be some lingering showers, but hopefully, we are going to be looking okay. So that's kind of where we're at right now in terms of our rainfall coverage. It looks like it's going to be a bit of an earlier start and then clearing out earlier, which is good because, again, there's a lot. It's a Friday night, for goodness sake, right? So here's the UCF forecast, okay? Showers and thunder showers around for tailgating, but we are clearing for that 7. I saw confusing reports. One had it as a 7 o'clock kickoff. One had it as a 7:30 kickoff. Where are we at? Hold on. UCF football. Let's see. I'm not a robot. Why is it when I Google something now, it shows up with the traffic lights? Oh, goodness gracious. I'm just trying to confirm here. Okay, it says 7:30 here. All right. So, let's hope for this to be a great football game. Obviously, this is not the only football game in town, so let's talk about some of our high school matchups. Certainly, there's some great action here. We'll start with Boone and Winter Park. This is going to be a good one of the older high schools there. Storms around, but clearing little bit by little bit, right? How about this one for tonight? We're talking about Mainland welcoming Bartram down from St. Johns County. This one has me a little more concerned because those storms are going to be pushing east. And, of course, Mainland is east. So that is a bit of a concern. And then, of course, you've got North Marion and Bellevue. I think that the storms will be off to the west. So I think that we're going to be looking better and better and better, certainly, for this game. All right. Now, as mentioned, this is not just kind of an isolated couple of days. Look at the 7-day forecast. Remember, it sounds like a scapegoat. 50% is normal for the rainy season. Well, that's really easy for you to do, Burris. But in reality, it is. An overall 50% coverage. Half of us get rain in a given day, half of us don't get rain in a given day. But we're not only elevated yesterday and for today, but over the next couple of days, there is just a lot of moisture over the Gulf of Mexico pouring into our area. Seriously, rich tropical moisture. Here's a look at the scenario. Now, thus far, we've not seen any tropical development out there, but that area of low pressure, if you think about how these things work, atmospherically, it all has to do with the wind flow, right? So with areas of low pressure, you get a counterclockwise flow, and that counterclockwise flow is driving in tropical moisture. Notice it's all coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, right? So you've got that rich tropical moisture just funneling in from the Gulf. That's why our rain chances are elevated as they are these next couple of days. So it's not just today. It's not just yesterday. It's really the next couple of days. And we're talking about the potential for some minor flooding, to be honest with you. Oh, let me hit the play button on the 7-day. Stand by. Sometimes there's a thank you. Hit that. There's a 7-day. Okay. All right. Now let's talk some questions. Good morning to everybody that has said good morning. I'm just going to kind of skip through because I've run my mouth a little too much and I've fallen behind. Pat, good morning to you. No flooding in Palm Coast yesterday. I'll raise my cup to that. Let's see here. Patty says only got 0.07 inches in Palm Coast. Well, the rain focus is going to continue to shift more and more to the east, so maybe you'll get a little more today. How much did I get at my house? The pool was on the verge of becoming an infinity pool, so, didn't even have to pay extra for that one. Rainfall. Yesterday, 1.15 inches at my house. Wow, the dew point's at 73. Air temperature's at 73 at the house. I'll take it. Looks good to me. Let's see here. As long as the lightning stays away. Right. Well, but if I'm going to the game, I don't necessarily want to be soaking wet either. So let's get the rain through early and then let it get on out of here. Facebook user, I don't know why it doesn't display your name. Good morning, Eric. I think we're looking like we could have an early fall because stuff coming from west should start coming from the north soon. Well, the overall patterns is funny. Manolfi and I were and I'm sorry, it just says Facebook user, so I have no idea who I'm talking to. But Manolfi and I were looking at the weather maps. And one way that you look for fall or cooler temperatures is by looking at atmospheric thickness. Okay, so here's the national map. And obviously this isn't displaying thickness, but we were noticing up north, 518 thicknesses already showing up. Now to you, that means next to nothing, except for Carolyn. You'll get that one. But, that's cold air. That's dry air. That's a big change atmospherically. Now we already had seen that last month with some fall-like conditions. So yeah, it very well may be that atmospherically we're already ready for an early fall. I would not complain at all. One point of note, and I wasn't even going to mention it, but National Map shows something so very interesting. You see in the bottom left, do you see that there? That is Tropical Storm K lifting up Baja California. There's going to be a big, and you're going to hear about this on the national news because it's been a whole thing of like California rolling blackouts because of the excessive heat. That's Tropical Storm K working up the Baja, getting into Southern California. So we're going to transition from big heat in California to flooding rains in Southern California. I wasn't even going to mention it just because it's not anywhere near us, but like, we pulled up the national map. Why not mention it? It's, you don't talk about tropical systems moving into SoCal very often. Frank says TV starts at 7. Okay, that's what I'm like, I know that I saw 7 somewhere, but 7:30 was the number I saw. Carla says 7:30 kickoff. Carla, go Knights, charge on. Good to see you popping in here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Taylor says go Bucks. Oh, 100. We're going to get to the Bucks forecast. Don't you worry. Also, I don't want to sound selfish, but like I am a little frustrated that it's a night game. Because if there's one thing that I like to do on a Sunday, it's sit on my tuchus and do nothing. Watching Buccaneer football. It's a tradition that has started when I was like 3 years old and the Bucks were playing creamsicle colors. And I would always fall asleep and my dad, I would wake up on the couch and I'd look at Dad and I'd say, hey, Dad, how'd the Bucks do? And his response was pretty much always, they lost. Been a fan that long. Anyway, Sunday, Arlington, Texas. Knock on wood, we're not going to have that conversation this time. But it's a Sunday night game. Dang nabbit. Means I'm going to watch the first half and then fall asleep. Anyway, I'm not going to Arlington, Texas, but since we're talking about it, go Bucks and go fall weather. Look at that weather in Arlington. 78 with low humidity at halftime. Good gravy. It's going to bring Tom Brady back to his moments in the Patriots jersey. As long as he, throws it at the red and not the blue, we're going to be good. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's where we're looking for the Bucks. Why does it have to be a night game? All right. Any questions, comments, concerns about our local forecast? Is going to be wet these next couple of days. Debbie says, my son flies into MCO tonight. Hope it's clear for him by then. Depending on the time. I will say, though, follow my Twitter because I post more than I probably should. I post in excess. And when there's like ground delay programs, when there's ground stops, things like that, I do post it to Twitter. So just so that you know. All right. Suzanne, good morning to you. Your Burris impression is on point. Well, they lost again, son. We'll get good one day. Frank Burris, 1989, watching the Tampa Bay Bucks play. Another weather station is telling us severe weather impact day today. Why? Well, first off, Debbie, why are you watching another weather station? That's number one. Number two, here's the thing. And I don't know who it is, but I'm going to level with you. Television in some cases can be a little much. What? Understand that I know where my paycheck comes from. I also understand the way we operate, and I can only contribute to the way that we operate. We're going to be here to let you know when the weather gets bad. We're going to be here not to hype. We're going to be here to just give you the information, okay? Why is anybody talking about today being a day of weather threat? I could tell you this much. When you look at the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center's outlook, they do not have us placed in a level 1 threat. So why is somebody saying that today is a severe weather impact day? Guess what, people? Every day in Central Florida can be a severe weather impact day. You're not going to see us saying it unless there's actually a really decent threat of it. You ever hear, is it The Boy That Cried Wolf? It's not going to be that place. Television can be a little much. So I have no idea why other people are calling a severe weather impact day. I could tell you yesterday we woke up to tornado warnings. We were on the air covering them in a no-hype manner. We let you know what the threats were through the day, and we're going to continue to do that. And guess what? When there's bad weather, we're going to cut in. And I don't care if we get 1,000 nasty emails that say, gosh, get off TV. I'm trying to watch insert program name here. We're still going to do it because we call ourselves First Warning Weather. And that's a commitment to you. So yeah, we may block 2 minutes of your favorite program, but I'm sorry, it's our responsibility. And I'm grateful that I work at a station that aligns with my personal beliefs. And I will tell you, if I was ever, and this is true story, I did just sign a new contract, so I'm at least with you for another couple of years. But if I ever felt that Wesh was trying to be hypey, I don't think I could stay. Honestly, I don't think that I could work for an organization that tries to hype the weather. Okay? So that's my promise to you. If you ever see me leave Wesh, it's either because they can me, it's either because, whatever. But I don't think I could work for an organization that forces me to hype. And Wesh does not do that. So I'm very grateful for that. Okay? So yeah, for today, just like every other day during the summer, there's a chance of nastier storms. That's every day in the summer in Florida. Okay? That's where we're at. All right? Yes, but they will get to play the games in the rain as long as there's no lightning. Yeah, I just don't want the rain. All right? All right. See, you got me on a tangent, people. Good gravy. It's a Friday. I'm supposed to be relaxing. Okay. All right. Dear Tom Brady, be sure to throw to the red jerseys. Yeah, exactly, right? Okay. All right. I don't know who. I don't know. Betty says, sorry, no Twitter here. I can barely keep up with Facebook groups and friends. So you actually don't even have to have a Twitter account to follow me on Twitter. You just have to use it like a website, twitter.com/Eric Burris Wesh, and just refresh it. That's all. Use it like a news feed. All right? All right. Any other questions locally? Ratings, Dana says. Well, that's out of my jurisdiction. I don't handle the ratings. I just handle our... I contribute. I can't say I handle it because it's a weather team. But we have some really good people on our weather team, and I'm really grateful for that. Frank, you would not have fallen asleep watching the games with me being at a sports bar. Well, yeah, but you were at the sports bar, and I was in my pajamas. You're the older brother. That's the way that goes. Judy, you're the best. Calm down. I know. Well, I don't know that I'm the best. I know to calm down. So anyway, all right. Mickey, tomorrow's Futurecast, please, with sugar on top. Sure. And then we'll go tropics, okay? Give me a second. Y'all got me fired up over hyping. I hate hype. You know that, though. All right. Okay, so here's Futurecast. Saturday. So same thing. First off, I'll see you on Sunrise. I'm on the air with you on Wesh 2 News Sunrise. Here's 6 o'clock in the morning. We've got some stuff off the West Coast. No big surprise there. It continues to kind of march in, okay? 10, 11, 12 o'clock. We're starting to see a few popcorn showers developing through the metro. There's 3 p.m., storms out west. 4, 5, 6 o'clock, everything kind of starts to go more scattered. Lots of showers and storms scattered around. 5, 6 o'clock, though, it pushes out into our eastern areas and then eventually kind of fades on out by about 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. All right? There's your Saturday. Looking like a fairly stormy weekend, to the point where the National Weather Service office in Jacksonville has issued flood watches, and because of kind of some rougher surf, we've got high surf advisories. It's not going to be the greatest of like beach weekends, just being honest with you. Storm system in the Gulf gradually lifts to the north, so for our Saturday, that funnel of moisture just persists, brings us the showers and the thunder showers. Great day to stay inside and watch college football. Sunday, same thing. That storm system lifts to the north. Great day to watch NFL football. It's a nice wet setup. Now, do want to point out a couple of things. Talking tropics, we have now entered into about the peak of hurricane season. Tomorrow, technically, is the peak of hurricane season. Thankfully, there are no threats to us right now. Nikki says, Twitter is a pain. My account has been permanently suspended, and I don't even post on Twitter. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Just go to the web, just twitter.com/Eric Burris Wesh. You don't even have to follow me. I mean, if you have an account, follow, but you don't have to. You can just use, like, bookmark that page, and then, you know, when the weather gets active, you can go there and check it out. I'm pretty much usually tweeting, especially if the weather's bad. Alrighty. So with that said, with the peak of hurricane season being about tomorrow, how are we looking? Well, we've got a Category 2 hurricane out there. This is Hurricane Earl, just passing by Bermuda, just passing off to the east of Bermuda. Brought them tropical storm conditions. Now, Hurricane Earl itself has maximum sustained winds of 100 miles an hour. It is expected to gradually weaken in the cooler waters of the North Atlantic. Expected to carry with it 110 mile per hour winds before starting to weaken. So we no longer think that this is going to become a major hurricane. So we will keep that from happening. And then once it kind of heads to the north, it makes a hard right and passes by north of the Azores. All right, so there's that. What else do we have? In addition to Earl, we've got, if I can find the dang thing, is this Danielle? No. Danielle's out there somewhere. Here, let's just go to the wide perspective. You know what? I need to refresh this anyway. Stand by. Stand by. Refreshing. Okay. All right. So in addition to Earl, you've got post-tropical system Danielle, and then you've got 3 areas off the coast of Africa that are coming on out. None of them are looking like they should get developing or anything anytime soon, but there are 3 areas that are doing their thing. All right. Murray says, sorry, just joining. Both my kids are at UCF. Will it be dry for the game? There's going to be some storms, especially for tailgating, and then we're going to kind of clear things out. As long as the weather's good, I plan on going out to the game today as well. Yeah. I guess driving back to the Carolinas not a good time this weekend. It's just going to be some rain. Mike, wasn't Earl a major hurricane yesterday for a short while? I do not believe so. I believe that it was expected to become a major hurricane, but never personified, never happened that way. So I don't believe so. I can triple check. Stand by. Earl, 100, no. 100, 105, no. Nope. Earl peaked out at 105 miles an hour, so no, not a major hurricane. Yep. Yeah. Nope, it's fine with me. Dana, how much does a UCF game cost? There's a broad scope of ticket prices. You'll find me in the cheap seats. The kids are going to love it anyway, and you'll find me in the cheap seats. We're only going to probably go for half the game anyway. We have to put the kids to bed, and I have to do sunrise tomorrow, so I can't stay out too late past my bedtime. All right, let's take a look at some of the computer models. First, let me just refresh you. I'm just getting the BSR ready because I want to look ahead. Give me 2 seconds. Interact. Surface analysis. Okay, all right. So, BSR, friends. Let's take a look and see what the BSR is kind of showing. It's hinting at a frontal boundary. Late September, bringing a couple of little storm systems through. Yeah, looks like that will be the final flavor of the Florester. Let me just scoot this down. Yeah, if we just back this up. Right in there. You see that? Like a frontal boundary bringing with it some stormy weather, maybe a low developing along that. That would be September. Stand by. That's around September 24th, so about 2 weeks from now. The BSR is indicating that to come to fruition. So, yeah. And then after that, nothing really interesting. We'll just kind of forward through. Yeah. All right. So there you go. BSR is indicating it. What about the computer models? Let's take a look, shall we? Give me a second. Tropics. Hit that. Stand by. Sign in, of course. Okay. Yes, I will sign in. Yes. Are you done? Okay. All right, Tropics. Let's start with the GFS and just see what's doing in the GFS realm, okay? Here we are. There's Earl, top right of your screen. There is that area of low pressure out in the Gulf of Mexico. Not really wanting to develop into anything, which is fine. It's just bringing us wet weather. High pressure building in late weekend into early next week. Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Looking good. That's September 18th, 19th. You see right there, though? What's that? September 21st. It's right in that time frame as the BSR. It's nothing terribly organized, but a little something showing up, huh? You see that? Now, I do want to point out, that's 294 hours out. That's way out, right? That's Wednesday, September 21st at 8 a.m. Let's go back one model run. There's something there. Let's go back two model runs. Something out in the Gulf. 3 model runs, something out around like Texas, Mexico. 4 model runs, nothing. So the model, though, has started to show some consistency in the last like 3 runs, but it's not like perfect consistency. So interesting. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, and then 360, maybe something else out there. All right, so there's that. That's the GFS. Let's switch over to the European. Through 90. Yep, that's good. Let's go to the 0Z to go out a little further. Remember, the European goes out 240 hours out. Not really showing much through September 19th. Now we can switch over to ensemble plots, and ensembles go out the whole gamut. So let's just do this. All right, ensembles. Notice here around the 14th, 15th, the GFS ensemble trying to show some development around the Gulf Caribbean area. There's the 19th. Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom, right? That 22nd, 23rd, the GFS ensemble plots are really, if we just look at the low locations, they're really going bonkers, right? So around the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, that's the ensemble trying to say, watch out. Somewhere in that time frame, you're going to have something, right? So for me, it lines up with the BSR. It lines up with the LRC. It all lines up directly. Last week in September, could we have the floor Easter kind of cycling through? Could be. Let's take a look and see. That's the GFS ensemble. Does the European sniff that out? Right? Let's take a look. '21st, 22nd. I mean, there's definitely some lows around. The European is a little more, is not quite as bullish. You can kind of see some stuff out east of us. A couple of products around the 22nd, 23rd, 24th. But so GFS ensemble's a little more bullish than the European is. But at any rate, the BSR, LRC, and some of the models starting to hint at something. So, yeah. Kenneth says UCF football tickets, $9 minimum, $49 average per internet. Yeah. All right. Very cool. Very cool, very cool. Wishing everyone a great day and a great weekend. Anne Maria, I like it. Thank you, thank you. All right, any questions, comments, concerns? Tropics may be something to watch. And then just a reminder, once we get into October, we start a brand new LRC cycle, which means it's all about observing. Tina says, right when they're trying to launch Artemis. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. So fun. I'll be tracking both things in the weather lab. All right. All right. 70% coverage of showers and thunder showers today. Of course, I will be tweeting. Tom says UCF season tickets is the way to go. I missed out this year. I need to get season tickets next year. I need 4 season tickets. If only I could still get a season ticket package for this year. Dagnabbit. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day, people. Thank you so very much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I will be tweeting as is needed through the day. All right. Be good, y'all.